Hello guys and welcome back. Today we are going to do CompTIA A Core 2 practice test. And this is, I'm always mentioning, this is already for new CompTIA A Core 2 exam, which was released in 2025, which stands with code 220-1202. So, no further ado guys, let's get into it. And first question is, a user complains that they are unable to install new program due to administrator restrictions. What should the technician check? The power supply, display drivers, printer settings, Windows update status, or user account permissions. And here the correct answer is, do you know guys, the correct answer is user account permissions, as if a user lacks administrator privileges, they may be blocked from installing new software. Next question, a user needs to encrypt a sensitive file on their Windows system. Which built-in feature should they use? Disk cleanup, task manager, BitLocker, device manager, or Windows Defender. And here the correct answer is BitLocker, as BitLocker encrypts entire drives, while individual file encryption can be done through Windows Encrypting File System, or EFS. A technician needs to revert a Windows PC to a previous working state without losing personal files. What tool should they use? System Restore, Disk Cleanup, Device Manager, Windows Firewall, or Task Manager? Which would be the correct answer here? And by the way guys, like I'm always mentioning in my videos, do as many of these practice tests before your real exam, as real exam is quite expensive. It's about $450, and you can get free practice tests, 3 for each of these exams, which are in CompTIA, in Microsoft and Cisco here on Skill Test Pro guys. And these are really updated, as you can see here, even for 2025 everything is very updated on Skill Test Pro. Go and check this out guys, and do at least, I would say, myself, when I am taking these practice tests, or when I'm taking these exams, I'm doing at least 500 to 1000 these practice tests myself for different exams which I have been doing previously and which I'm preparing guys for. So, no further ado guys, let's get into it and let's get back to our questions and which would be the correct answer here. And here the correct answer is System Restore, as System Restore reverts system settings and installed programs to an earlier point without affecting user files. A user reports that their Windows system is booting slowly. What is the most likely cause? So, if your Windows system is booting slowly. And here we have options, and we need to check the most common option which would be for answer, or which could be the answer for this Windows system booting slowly. Low monitor refresh rate, too many startup programs, incorrect printer driver or overclocked CPU, or faulty graphics card. And here the correct answer is too many startup programs. This is one of the biggest causes on Windows PCs, that too many startup programs start working or start operating or loading when you are booting up your Windows, as excessive startup programs can slow down the boot process by consuming system resources. And I believe guys that who are watching this video, you already know how to disable these startup programs to not start up whenever you are booting your Windows. A Windows system is experiencing frequent crashes and displays a blue screen of death, or BSOD. What should the technician check first? Printer queue, Windows firewall settings, task scheduler, event viewer logs, or display settings. And here the correct answer is Event Viewer Logs, as Event Viewer Logs provide details about system crashes and errors, helping diagnose the root cause of BSODs or blue screen of death. A user is unable to access website and the technician suspects a DNS issue. What command should they use to flush the DNS cache? And be aware that for your CompTIA A Core 2, you will also need to know these different Windows commands or command tools to interact with your Windows operating system. So in this scenario, a technician, it could be you, suspecting DNS issue, and you want to check that this is or it is not a DNS issue. What command should you use to flush the DNS cache? Check disk /f, netstat-a, ipconfig /flash DNS, msconfig, or task list. And here it is pretty much telling you is the correct answer already, that the correct command would be ipconfig /DNS, as flashing the DNS cache can resolve connectivity issues related to outdated or incorrect DNS records. A technician needs to change which program launch at startup. What tool should they use? Device Manager, Disk Cleanup, Task Manager, Windows Defender, or System Restore. So, which tool should you use? And here the correct answer is Task Manager, as the Startup tab in Task Manager allows users to enable or disable startup applications. Which command line tool displays the IP address and network configuration of a Windows system? ipconfig, check disk, sfc, msconfig, or netstat. And the correct answer here, and you should know it, is ipconfig, as the ipconfig command shows the system's network adapter configuration, including IP addresses and gateway settings. A Windows system is running slowly and the technician suspects malware. What is the first step they should take? Disable the firewall, run a malware scan, change the screen resolution, replace the hard drive, or restart the router. Which would be the correct answer here? And here, if you suspect that there is some malware, what you should do first is run a malware scan, as a full malware scan can detect or remove malicious software that may be slowing down the system. A user reports that their keyboard is typing the wrong characters. What is the most likely cause? Outdated display driver, weak Wi-Fi signal, low hard drive space, incorrect keyboard layout, or disabled Windows firewall. Which would be the correct answer here? And here the correct answer is incorrect keyboard layout, as a misconfigured keyboard layout can cause incorrect character input.